What's up, guys, and welcome back. All right, in this episode, we're gonna go ahead and finish plumbing the air system, and then we're gonna go ahead and fix an air leak that I found on the compressor, and then finally, we're gonna go ahead and get started on building something on that wall. Okay, so remember on my last video, I went ahead and said that I wanted to build some cabinets right there along that wall. But I came up with something that I think will probably be a little bit better than just some cabinets, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, guys, so this is gonna be the wall that we're gonna be working on today. So in my previous video, I said that I wanted to put cabinets right here and right there, and possibly right there, and just put a workbench right here. But what I decided to do instead was still put cabinets on the top, okay, but on the bottom I'm gonna go ahead and create a workbench that extends almost the length of the wall, but instead of the entire workbench being built into the wall, what I'm going to do is make it into three sections. So the outside sections, which are going to be this part and this part over here, that's going to be built into the wall. So that's going to be stationary. This part right here, this part of the workbench, is going to be mobile. So I can pull it out, and that's going to have my miter saw, and it's also going to have my table saw built into it. This way I can go ahead and cut big sheets of say plywood or anything like that without the wall getting in my way. So that that right there should work out a lot better than my previous idea of having one whole workbench being built into the wall. Okay, and then also I am gonna go ahead and install a cabinet right here, and that's gonna house all the accessories for for the air system. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started on, we're gonna finish plumbing that airline first, and then we're gonna deal with this leak. Now this compressor is brand new. Never fired this thing up. It's the first time I did that today. So I fired it up. I brought it up to about 150 psi. It went ahead and shut off, and then I heard a small leak, and it seems that it's coming from right here. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, so whoever installed this either didn't put enough Teflon tape in there or pipe dope, and it's just it's just leaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off right now, and so we'll deal with that first, and then we'll finish plumbing the airlines right after. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started with this air leak. So I went ahead and drained all the air out of the tank, and I went ahead and turned off the 220 breaker for this. All right, just to double check. All right, it's off. All right, so let's go ahead and start taking all this apart. So first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and remove the cover. All right, and that cover will go ahead and expose all the wiring. All right, so we got two hots coming in right here. All right, we need to disconnect that. Okay, got the other hot. All right, and we got two more hots right here. Now I went ahead and snapped the picture of this before I started, just to make sure that everything goes goes back the same way. So we got silver on the left, and we got green. I'm sorry, silver on the left, black on the right, and obviously we got green for ground. All right, so let's go ahead and all right, so right now we're gonna go ahead and take off this quick release. So these you pretty much just push in, and then they'll go ahead and release. We'll go ahead and release the fitting. And all right, so let's go ahead and start pulling these wires out. All right, got the first hot, second hot. All right, looks like we're gonna need a 1/4 inch. So let me go ahead and grab that.
All right, you guys. All right, so I don't want to go ahead and bore you guys with the rest of this. I know it's going by kind of slow, but we're basically just going to go ahead and unloosen these two other wires, pull those out, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull those out. This way we can go ahead and get this thing out of here, and we're able to spin it off. All right, so let me go ahead and do that, and then yeah. It's gonna take me a few minutes, but for you guys, it'll be just a few seconds. All right, guys, so here's the issue. As you can see, yeah, they really didn't do anything to go ahead and prevent any leaks. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing out. Go ahead and put some Teflon tape in there, seal it back up, put it together, install it, and that right there should fix our problem. All right, so all right, let's get to it. All right, guys, so I went ahead and added some Teflon tape to the pipe, reinstalled it, added some Teflon tape to the gauge. So I'm gonna go ahead and install that. Everything goes back on basically in a reverse way. So I'll go ahead and speed this up. This way I don't bore you guys with all that. All right, guys, just finished putting everything back together. I charged compressor to 150 PSI, and you hear that? Silence is golden. We're all good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the airlines. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and measure the piece that we are gonna need from the corner to where we're gonna have our drop. Alright, it's gonna be right around 98 inches. Alright. Now the thing with this PEX tubing, which makes it a pain in the butt to work with sometimes, is that it comes coiled up like this. So naturally it wants to stay in that shape. So what I found the best way to work with it, just kind of bend it in the opposite direction. Going. Okay, see how it slowly starts to straighten out? Like I said, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Alright. There you go, just gonna make an arch with it. And there you go. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this at 98 inches, and then I'll go ahead and get right back. Alright guys, so I got the airline connected, and it's crimped over here on this corner. And okay, so where I'm at right now is I'm gonna go ahead and put the drop down, but before I do that, the line is slightly a little bit longer, and I always cut it a little bit longer just so that, you know, I don't miscalculate something and have to end up cutting a whole new piece. So it's probably needs to be cut maybe like an inch. So just a tip, if you for those that aren't used to working with PEX, especially if you're working with PEX by yourself and you're installing it on the wall, the easiest thing that I've come up with was when you're gonna go ahead and put it on a corner, just go ahead and put it into whatever fitting you're gonna have it go to, and then install one clamp on one end, and then go back and then clamp it, and then start adding the remaining clamps that are in between. And what that'll do, because it'll help from having the line moving on you while you're trying to install it. All right, so just to help you guys out. All right, so let me go ahead and start cutting that, and then I'll go ahead and cut my drop down, and then put my other fittings. All right. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to put in my drop down. So I went ahead and pre-cut my drop down right here. So what you wanna do is go ahead and install a clamp. All right, go ahead and put your clamp in there. Put your 90. Okay, and what you wanna do is keep the clamp right at about an eighth of an inch from the end of the pipe. Once you got it in there, go ahead and put it in your crimpers here. Make sure it's still lined up. All right, and just all right, and that's it. There you go. All right. Now, this right here, I got this coupler right here, so I can go ahead and connect my 90 to my 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch NPT male adapter. Put that in there. Then go ahead and crimp your clamps. Then you're going to go ahead and install your coupler, which reduces it from a 1/2 inch to 3/8. And then you can go ahead and put your air quick disconnect. All right, and that's how I'm doing it. Pretty sure there are other ways to do it, but that's just the way I did it. All right, and all right, just going, like I said, just going to keep them an eighth of an inch away from the end of the pipe, and that's it. All right, so let me go ahead and get these crimped up and get the drop down installed.
All right, guys, just finished buttoning up the last drop down on the airline system. Looks like it's finally complete. I did go ahead and pressure tested it, put 150 psi through the system, and not a single leak. So that's good. So finally, I'm getting there. Now, as far as the workbench, I wasn't able to get to it today. I had a detour. My wife surprised me today with a brand new refrigerator to match the theme of the garage. So it matches my compressor. And as you can see, she also surprised me with some beer.
Some sodas and ginger beer. We also have some cups. A banana and some water.
All right.
This right here is empty. We don't know what to put in it. So yeah.
Maybe some ice cream?
Oh, never thought of that. Actually I did, but didn't think it could fit in here. But okay.
All right, guys. So I'll see if I can get a design down tomorrow. Get a design on paper for the cabinets and the workbench, and then hopefully be able to get some stuff done on the cabinets at least. I'm also going to be painting the toolbox. Going to be painting it charcoal gray, and then all the drawers are going to be black. But I might thinking of leaving all of these, just probably just clean them up, polish them out a little bit. This way, it kind of matches, the chrome on the refrigerator here. All right, guys. So till next time, I'll see you guys here on the Gearhead Guy Garage.